the carriage dropped Briar off at the iron gates of the Aethelgard Institute of Magic. She looked entirely out of place. Her oversized woolen sweater swallowed her slight frame, and her silver-rimmed glasses constantly slipped down her nose. To anyone watching, she looked like a nervous scholarship student who might burst into tears if a wand was pointed at her. In reality, Briar was a living anomaly. She possessed limitless mana. The raw energy of the earth, air, fire, and water hummed under her skin like a caged star. She could command all four elements effortlessly. However, growing up in a secluded forest meant she lacked any formal education. She could summon a localized hurricane by accident, but she didn't know the proper incantation to safely light a single candle. She enrolled at Aethelgard under a false name to learn control, keeping her terrifying potential completely hidden. Her first week was a nightmare of social hierarchy. Paulina, the daughter of a high-ranking elemental lord, noticed Briar immediately. Paulina was elegant, wore perfectly tailored robes, and wielded a precise, sharp fire magic. She took Briar's quiet nature and clumsy wand-waving as signs of absolute weakness. Did the Academy lower its standards for charity cases? Paulina sneered during their first elemental theory class. She intentionally tripped Briar in the hallway, burned the corners of Briar's textbooks with tiny sparks, and ensured the entire freshman class mocked the girl who couldn't even cast a basic illumination charm. Briar took the bullying in stride. She didn't want to retaliate because a single fraction of her power would turn Paulina to ash. She simply smiled meekly, picked up her ruined books, and kept practicing her theory.
The turning point came during the midterm survival exam in the Whispering Woods. Students were paired up to retrieve a glowing runestone from the heart of the forest. To Briar's dread, she was paired with Paulina. Paulina spent the first hour complaining, forcing Briar to carry both of their packs. "Just stay behind me and try not to get us killed," Paulina snapped, her hand glowing with a steady defensive flame. Deep in the woods, the ground suddenly groaned. The Academy's safety wards failed as a rogue, ancient earth golem tore through the canopy. It was a mass of jagged rock and corrupted roots, towering 40 feet high. Paulina instantly stepped forward, throwing a massive torrent of fire at the beast. The golem brushed the flames aside, like cobwebs. With a swing of its massive stone fist, it shattered Paulina's magical barrier, sending her flying into a tree. Paulina gasped, her ribs bruised, her wand spinning out of reach. The golem raised a massive foot right above her, ready to crush her. Briar stopped pretending. She took a single step forward. The nervous, slouching girl vanished. Briar raised her eyes, and they glowed with a blinding, kaleidoscopic light, representing all four elements. She didn't use a wand. She simply spoke a single word: halt. The wind in the forest died instantly. The air pressure dropped so violently that Paulina's ears popped. Briar extended her hand. The earth beneath the golem liquefied into quicksand, swallowing its legs. Simultaneously, she twisted her wrist, and a localized vortex of razor-sharp air sliced through the golem's stone joints. To finish it, she pulled a stream of water from the nearby river, froze it instantly into giant spikes, and shattered the beast into harmless pebbles. The entire fight lasted 4 seconds. Briar let out a soft breath, and the suffocating pressure vanished. She stumbled slightly, intentionally readopting her weak posture, and rushed over to Paulina.
"Are you okay?" Briar asked, reaching out a trembling hand. Paulina stared at her, her face pale, her jaw completely slack. She had felt the mana radiating off Briar. It wasn't just strong, it was an ocean compared to her own tiny cup of water. Briar could have leveled the entire academy if she wanted to. You're... Paulina stammered, realizing that the girl she had bullied for weeks had been actively protecting everyone from her own power. "Please don't tell the headmaster," Briar whispered, looking genuinely worried. "I just really need to pass the written exams." Paulina looked at Briar's extended hand, swallowed her immense pride. and took it. The next day, the bullying stopped entirely. When a group of older students tried to mock Briar in the cafeteria, Paulina slammed her hands on the table, her eyes flashing with fire, and threatened to duel anyone who looked at Briar wrong. From that day on, Paulina became Briar's fierce protector in public, while Briar became Paulina's secret tutor in private. Paulina taught Briar the precise, elegant math of spellcasting. Briar taught Paulina how to feel the raw, unfiltered pulse of the world. They became inseparable, forming a legendary, unbreakable bond that would eventually reshape the history of the magical world.